Alright guys, it's your boy Majin Ashura. We're back with Death Battle, Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yusuke Urameshi. I was hype as hell. But my hype, as time went on and I started thinking about the fight, my hype started to die down over time. Why is that? Well, I realized that as Bleach goes on, like, the similarities between Ichigo and Yusuke start to, like, disappear, and I'm pretty sure when it comes to mind, they think about Ichigo's classic abilities. Classic Ichigo with a Bankai and a Hollow Mask. That's what makes him similar to Yusuke, you know? Spirit Detective versus Soul Reaper. Bankai versus Spirit Cuffs. Hollow versus Demon. You know, it was pretty cool, but now that we're at the 1,000-Year Blood War, like, it's kind of not a fight that I want to see anymore, man. Like, it's bad, man. Like, Ichigo outscales him terribly. I'm calling it now. Yusuke's not winning this death battle, man. Especially if they use the new anime scaling. I just don't see Yusuke getting out of this. I really don't. I just don't see it happening. If it was classic Ichigo with the classic abilities, it would have been a more entertaining match, you know? But it's just going to be such a blowout. Now, they're going to make Yusuke get some blows here and there, but realistically speaking, this is just... If you want me to use Dragon Ball terms, this is probably a Saiyan Saga Dragon Ball character fighting against a GT character. You know, you just don't want to see it. But we're here. They're probably going to mention Ichigo's classic powers, but then they're going to explain why they're not going to use it, how his powers evolved over time. It's still going to be an interesting fight, but there's a clear winner here now, especially with his new abilities. So let's get it. Not to mention that they're not like Ichigo was in middle school like Yusuke at the beginning. He's a high school student now. Look at a picture of Yusuke. My bad. Look at a picture of Ichigo to Yusuke. That's his second set of powers. I'm pretty sure they're going to use his third set of powers. His second set of powers were similar to his first set. Not that different.
Versus Yusuke Urameshi, the substitute Shinigami of Bleach.
Yeah, it's over. It's clipped. It's quiet. It's quiet. It's over, bro. Who wants to see this?
Find out who would win a death battle.
Like I said, classic Ichigo, sure.
What happens when we die?
Endless nothingness? Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead, the Soul Society.
Works great.
Yup, that's how it goes.
Doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki.
Oh wow,
tragic
that was pretty good at it.
Came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number
we know
one,
why that
you
happened.
Should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Left with his grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people.
Yeah, they're both delinquents at the beginning.
Began to heal when he found his calling. Upon meeting a
Yusuke sort of stays a
named
delinquent.
Rukia.
Ichigo sort of evolves beyond that.
She gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of
Yup.
spiritual matter called Reishi.
His spirit aura is so strong, it can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around.
I love how different animes have like different effects for when like aura's forced on people.
Footholds in the eye.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money, and hello to the town's new superhero with fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime,
Ghostbusters.
Chad, and Uryu, plus Rukia. It was the Shinigami's job
Plus
to tear
Rukia.
hollows a new hole.
While balancing responsibilities at school.
Yo, look at what Chad did, bro. I can't get over that. Like, do you know how many people he killed? Like, what the fuck? And no one says anything, bro. No one says anything. Look at what he did, bro. Episode 1, 1,000-Year Blood War. He just kills innocent civilians. And they just say, good job, everybody. And they go home while these people are just fucking dead in their apartments. This shit is crazy, bro.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe a round or two of Tekken.
They be playing Tekken? Hold on.
Of course. GPA
I gotta read.
comes first, and maybe...
Ichigo, did you bring Tekken? She's definitely talking about Tekken 4, I think, right? Hold on. No. This is time skip Tatsuki. Tekken 6 for sure. Tekken 6. Tekken 6.
A round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a superpowered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's
He says
sword consists
Zanpakuto?
of two distinct spirits.
He says
both
Zanpakuto.
named Zangetsu, which isn't
White
confusing at
Ichigo
all.
with the
Just
black
call him Old
teeth.
Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword
Getsuga
beams.
Tensho.
Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho is incredibly powerful, and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants.
Ooh.
He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even
Getsuga
stronger
Jujisho.
Getsuga Jujisho.
To cut even the biggest hollows down to
Sort of a
size,
one-trick pony.
Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so
Okay.
too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moved so fast that he left his own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo
That's
became more
actually kinda
involved with the
crazy.
Soul Society, he quickly found that he
How do you
wasn't
even
good
scout
enough.
something like that? What the fuck?
The Soul Society.
He left his own shadow behind. Like, what?
His own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society,
That's at the beginning of the
he
series,
quickly
too.
found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now,
Dude,
Zangetsu
Uryu
had
was
operated
fodder
only in
until,
its base state,
Thousand Blood
Shikai.
War.
So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times
Nah, he
boost that
beat my
takes
Yuri.
most Shinigami a decade to master. Bankai.
In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole friggin' Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve.
No, he did it out,
Despite
old
only
dude.
being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough.
Old dude
to
did not
thrash
use
experts
Bankai
who had
until
been
it's too
training
late
for
in the whole
centuries.
series, bro.
He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was getting clamped, but as soon as he heard Orihime cheering him on,
That was a good
all
fight.
he needed to smash that kitty.
That was a really good
You
fight.
mean Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that main character energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger, Aizen stuffed Ichigo.
This is before any Hogyoku fusion. Like, Aizen is just...
Rude.
Ichigo
He's
needed
just
to
built
tap
different for no
into his
reason, bro.
Unexplained hollow power. Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old man Zhang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and
Oh,
conjured
shit.
a hollow mask to expand his power.
Yup.
But this meant the hollow
It's not gonna
within
play a part
only
into this
grew
death battle, though.
stronger.
Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs.
I guess the horn has all of this stuff, too. So I guess it's worth mentioning.
Enough, and he'll go full hollow, and you really don't want that.
Hollowification exceeds even Bankai, and was enough to
course.
crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco Mundo, the world of hollows.
Full hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell.
But with help from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between
yup,
dimensions,
the,
until he was finally
Hyperbolic
ready
time
to
chamber,
challenge
room of spirited
Aizen.
time ass.
Challenge is an
training.
understatement. He manhandled
Dude went to a
Aizen,
time skip
shattered
in
mountains
one
with
day.
sheer aura, and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack,
Mugetsu.
defeating Aizen at the cost of all his power.
He might have saved everyone, but now it was back to Normieville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami
He loved being
meant
that-
to
he
him.
loved that
the
shit.
power to protect others, his drive.
And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia. Boom! Shinigami again!
There
just
we
in
go.
time for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame
Oh,
boss,
boy.
Yuhabak.
Who planned to end everything. And while other Shinigami tried
We're
their
almost
best,
done.
only Ichigo was special enough to pull it off.
His
Still got his
father
ass
was a
beat.
Shinigami. His mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's
Yup.
and possessed by a Hollow. Hence,
Black
his
Hollow.
two Zanpakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other Hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yuhabak's plan.
At this point, like, who wants to see him fight
understood
Yusuke anymore,
himself,
man?
fully unifying
You know?
both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and 2 new
At this
Zanpakuto.
point, once you reach this point, like,
Shikai. If you thought Ichigo was strong before,
Jeez.
oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive. Or dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kenpachi, who could split the Dangai in half. Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven
Yup.
and earth across the realms. And
Realms.
strong enough to match Yuhabak, even
Notice he said
after
realms.
the Soul King.
Used
That's
up
a
with
big
Soul
feat.
King Power, Yuhabak could nuke all 3 realms: the human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo, plus the Dongai and
Is that not
Dark Elves in between.
is that not a multiversal
Bunch
feat?
of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls.
This is
Yuhabak
why
was
it's
going
not
to
even a
end
good fight to watch
everything
anymore,
through sheer
man. We got a
power
planetary
alone.
kid fighting a
Ichigo
multiversal
still
swordsman.
wasn't
Like,
done
what are we doing
powering
here?
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tencho with a mighty
Horn of
hollow
Salvation.
attack, the Grand Ray Sero.
Yeah, he still has his hollow powers, but you don't get that menacing aura like he had when he had the mask. It's not the same.
Bankai, a power so great, even Yuhabak was
I mean,
scared.
Demon Yusuke sort of lost his aura too when he just had the demon aura instead of actually transforming.
Done.
Ichigo was finally content, and 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Let me hear what they said one more time. I think I
A
missed
power
something.
Itself.
All that power culminates, urging his Getsuga Tencho with a mighty
Let me actually
hollow
listen
attack,
to this real
the
quick.
Grand Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating in his true Bankai.
Ground Ray Sarah's like his
Power
second
so
attack
great,
ever.
Even Yuhabak was scared of it.
Joke's on you. Ichigo
Because
did
Juji shows just
what he
2
needed.
Getsuga
You're
Tenchos.
done.
Ichigo was finally content, and 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Alright, Yusuke. Here for your funeral, buddy.
Most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their life.
I actually like
However,
Yusuke. That's
that
the
was
whole-
hardly a
This
problem.
is sad as
for
hell.
delinquent Yusuke Urameshi.
Damn.
Because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Row
Fight.
hands. It don't matter who the ops are, be they women, old folk, or babies. Yusuke.
The anime doesn't really go into detail, but there's a reason he's like this. The manga really explains it more.
Family.
Which is why it was so surprising.
His
that
mom
one
just
day
seemed like
he
someone
threw
with no
himself in front of a
life,
speeding
just
car
smoking
to
cigs,
save a
but-
child, bringing that reckless life.
She was
to
a pro
screeching
though in the
halt.
manga.
Truck-kun claims another victim. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was Botan, whose job was to ferry
Technically a
Yusuke's
Soul
newly deceased
Reaper if you
spirit
think about
off
it.
to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such a
to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with his pants down.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective,
It's a good
solving
deal.
supernatural crimes
I
and
mean,
fighting off demonic threats
to a certain
humanity.
extent.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation and told Satan Jr. to stuff it. I mean, he was never really good for anything and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or
Damn.
even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears.
This scene hit.
Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke
Sometimes
had
you just
a
gotta
change of heart
die.
and accepted
I
Koenma's
don't know
offer,
who really
returning
cares.
to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And newfound ass-kicking ability. In his quest to beat
Yup.
the dog shit out of demon kind, Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy.
Early on, Yusuke could parry Suzaku's
Spiritual
lightning
awareness.
arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary
gonna save
warrior
you, bro.
Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
Okay.
My favorite
Spirit
shonen
gun.
move ever, the Spirit Gun. At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but eventually he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blasting
Kamehameha.
around as much as
This
he
this
wanted.
is just.
Stronger than
I
any
forgot. Bleach isn't the only thing that takes from Saint Seiya.
weapon on Earth. He
This is literally Pegasus Ryuseiken, bro. That's literally Pegasus Ryuseiken.
could go finger blasting
The whole
around
special.
as much as he wants.
The spirit gun is more versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight,
That was cool.
and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a spirit shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a spirit punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clobbers the hell out of you. And the spirit
Yup.
wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke
That's not. It's he's wrong about the American thing, because by the time Yu Yu Hakusho came out, Dragon Ball was already like balls deep into its series. When it was airing over here, Dragon Ball Z was already balls deep and nearing its end, I think. Yeah, it was on the Buu Saga already, so that's technically not true. You know? For America, I mean.
Maybe a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throwing his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track him in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that.
He was really,
and his
yeah.
talent is A+. He's matched experts like Cabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
But his best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training.
That training was. I was laughing when he was getting his
like
second stomach busted in, bro.
Even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
I remember everyone crapped themselves when they found out Toguro was just B rank.
C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies like demons.
The fact that the first S-class fighter that they fight against is a human being is kind of scary, if you think about it. That's kind of scary.
As well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But Yusuke
That's
needed to survive
kind of worse than
and
the Soul
protect
Crush
his
from Bleach.
loved ones. So he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai!
Our
What?
sun has an average luminosity of 380 September.
Excuse me? Oh my god! A tiny sun, though. A tiny sun. Still, there's not enough for Ichigo, though.
Genkai!
That's actually kind of crazy.
Has an average luminosity of 380 septillion
Star level?
or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
And he still struggled against the B-class city buster Toguro.
Even after pushing past the limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit
fucking
detective
human.
gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what
Planetary and
top-tier
base
demons
form, by
are
the way.
capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing.
That's
He
crazy.
compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too,
Yup.
if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That Enema guy is strong as balls.
Pretty much King
In the
Yama
past,
from Dragon
he
Ball.
fought the Netherworld
Mythical.
King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake.
No
the
one really
Netherworld.
talks about that movie.
Who could as strong as balls.
Everyone talks about the demons from Demon Realm. When it comes to Yu Yu Hakusho, everybody talks about the demons from Demon World, but they never talk about the demons from Hell. That was the point of that movie, to introduce Hell in Yu Yu Hakusho.
The Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class
Post
at the time.
Dark Tournament,
a
yeah.
far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally. Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the
Ryzen.
strongest in existence, Ryzen, the Demon King.
I'd love to see this man scrap at his prime.
Ryzen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst.
I wish
for murder boost.
my bad. I wish Yusuke kept transforming when he used a demon power. He only had the white hair because he was possessed.
A form of energy
He was possessed
used by
at that
demons.
point. It's not really a
Like normal
transformation.
Reiki, it can be
When he uses the
amplified by
demon
intense
form,
emotions.
it just gets
Unlike
tattoos.
normal Reiki,
It was
its
disappointing.
use creates a pleasurable
That's why
feeling,
Jump Force and J-Stars
feeding
keep
the
giving him
user's
long hair when he
rage and
transforms. They know that
bloodlust,
shit is cool.
The feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun.
Yeah, that's what he looks for now
Demon
on.
gun.
Never uses
It's the same
demon
thing,
form.
But red. Oh, and it's strong
Just
enough
tats.
to blast since we passed the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-class.
And making him a prime candidate
Give him back
to
the Super
rule
Saiyan
the
3 here.
demon world.
It's too late, though.
But as he was
Series
thrust
been
into a
over for
tournament fighting
eons.
for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
The hell?
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is
The
first?
fact that he
Even
won.
then, as Yusuke took on the Demon
Red
King
dude.
Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Raizen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's secret energy.
That's only in the anime, I think.
It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the
sir.
Akunin tree below, pushing the Demon King himself to his absolute limits.
But
It wasn't enough.
Yusuke lost. It's not all bad though. Even if being king would have been cool,
And they got a good
Yusuke
king now,
realized
a way
he
better
wanted something
king.
More. He'd grown up and chose to walk
So
a
things
new
sort of
path.
turned out
It was
alright.
always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those
What a good
connections
series,
that
bro.
he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
Now I gotta watch this kid die again.
Long has its
Okay.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the
Sheesh.
gamut through all possibilities.
It's time
All right.
for Dead Battle!
Oh man. They're gonna let Yusuke put up a fight, obviously, but you know. We know how this ends.
That's a demon.
That's a hollow.
No doubt about it.
Racism. Alright. We in it. After he fired that, he should have known it's not a hollow. That shit is blue as hell. Oh. Come on. Did they mention Ichigo knows karate? Oh! Hold on. That was a reference to Yusuke versus EA. Menos grande. Look at that. Oh my god!
Chump change.
Reckless idiot!
Oh, they're in the Don guy.
Little demon energy got you scared.
Alright.
Getsuga! Yujisho!
Two at once? Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Come on, you shoot like 5 shots with one hand, bro. What are you talking about?
Give in to me, Yusuke. Let's devour him together.
Oh, they're going through the whole thing, huh? Did he even take off the spirit cuffs?
My fight, jackass! You just hold me back!
Alright. What is this? It looks 3D but pixelated at the same time. You know, I just realized they both have 3D models that they could have used. Instead of it being a pixel fight. They both have like... they both got 3D models. But Yusuke's, yeah, his really don't really look anime, so I don't blame him.
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner?
Let's do it. Like old times.
It's quiet. They're in Demon World. Okay. Demon World. We going in.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah, that yellow
Even faster.
phantasmal energy is not gonna save Yusuke, bro.
Yeah! Bring it on, asshole!
Alright, though. They're going in, though.
I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the
These are 3D models. They look good, though.
Do the same! Screw that!
The hell was that? What was that? That's Yuhabaha juice.
Screw that!
Alright, Grand Resetto. Let's go. It's quiet. Bye bye, Yusuke. Bye bye. Yup, you saw this coming.
Give me a freaking break.
He got off easy with this a slash.
See you on the other side.
He didn't get split. Yeah, come on now. Come on now. Yo, redo Ichigo versus Naruto. Alright.
4 chapters, starting with their abilities.
Yusuke could see Ichigo
Naruto get his
grapple
silent toss now.
and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was
This is,
outmatched.
it was still good. It was a good fight.
Potentially match the Getsuga
I guess their powers are still similar even after Thousand Year Blood Wars. I was a little wrong on that.
Had more varied powers, a better healing.
I was just put off by the sheer scope of
Dangai training.
how much powerful Ichigo got,
He
you
just
know.
had way more abilities, but Ichigo was faster than light from the start, and he's gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed.
Yup.
But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt.
Oh yeah, Yusuke's smart as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I mean the mirror thing, yeah, I was kind of luck against EA, but
of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was
Yeah, look at
flexible and
that.
quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor,
Power.
which could have superseded all other advantages. Power.
yeah,
With
obviously.
Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale. That's
When this
about
was announced, I
4
already knew the
trillion
outcome,
megatons
man.
of TNT, which is crazy.
Damn.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time. Pretty close
been a
to
long time
Yuhabak's
since I've seen that
threatening
movie.
3.
And Yusuke far surpassed
I remember
Yakumo
that.
afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also gonna destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each containing at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus,
Exactly.
Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's
You call it
always a
half
way,
hollow?
but the way-
Boost from Half Hollow and
You know what? I always thought he was just becoming an Arankar. I never thought of it as it being half of it, but now that I'm looking at it, only one of his eyes are black. An Arankar, their eyes aren't really altered. If he was becoming an Arankar, both of his eyes would have looked normal. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Then again, Ukuyura's eyes changed. That's his second release, though. That's different. That's very different. Huh. Half hollow, huh? I really thought he was in the wrong. I'm not sure. I don't know where Kubo is, because he's not wearing a mask. It's just a horn coming out of his head. It's a partial mask, but his eye is black. It's kind of hard.
True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge. Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichigo's.
The winner is Ichigo Kurosaki.
Who's next?
Time on Death Battle.
Sonic? Cell? Saw that computer shit. Yeah. Why?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more.
Who wanted to see this? The ultimate, if it was Shadow, I could understand because it's the ultimate life form versus the perfect being. But if it was Metal Sonic, like, are they going to use Archie feeds, bro? Like, what games was Metal Sonic in? Sonic CD, okay. What game was he in after that? See, I don't know a lot. I think he was in Sonic the Fighter. Sonic Heroes, that was like his last big game, right? Sonic Heroes, when they actually did shit. After that, like, what is he even doing? I think there was a DS game with had a Metal Sonic from another timeline or something. I don't know, but if they don't use Archie, yo, Cell. Hey, yo, Cell. Hey, yo, Cell, do something to him, bro. Do something unspeakable, please. You solar system buster. Listen, once I find out how strong Metal Sonic is, that's going to make or break the death battle, alright? I'm going to know if Cell's toast or not, alright? I have a good idea where Cell's at in terms of power. Metal Sonic, I'm not 100% sure. It all depends on what they do with him, what versions they're using, and whatnot, alright? 2 Japanese death battles back to back. We're eating, huh? Alright, guys. Yeah, this was an interesting fight. The animation is what really carried, because, you know, I already knew how it was going to end. It was still a good fight, nonetheless. An interesting animation style. I wonder what they did with those models to make them look like that, honestly. But, yeah, that was a good fight. I think they made it pixelated because Yusuke is kind of an old-ass character, you know? So it's 3D, you know. There's not a lot of good sprites for Yusuke or Ichigo, really. Good death battle, all in all. I enjoyed it. I guess we'll have to wait and see this one. Cell versus Metal Sonic. Hey, yo, Cell, please. Please. Get a W. That's it. Peace.